Hello everyone, this is part 5 of What If Naruto Was Saved by Hinata, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. Many of the people watching the match going on outside the building weren't sure what exactly to think. Yes, Naruto and Toshiro had started their match now. But while trying to beat the crap out of each other, they were also exchanging pleasantries. Who exactly is this guy? A tall blonde asked. Said blonde was hanging upside down on a tree branch, G-sping with his knees. Not only does he want to talk to Toshiro in a friendly manner as they fight, he not even winded despite this. The man forgot to continue G-sping with his knees, crashing to the ground head first. A shorter woman with bright oranga hair ran to his side. Danston, she exclaimed, searching for injuries. Idiot, you gave yourself a concussion. Stay still, I'll heal it. The woman's hand glowed green and the head injury vanished. Thanks Hiriko, Danston said, relief evident in his emerald green eyes. Babe, what would I do without you? Danston asked sweetly, pulling Hiriko onto his lap. Say, what do you think of the kid? Hiriko smiled. I like him. It's evident he'd make a good leader, even he did act the part of a dunce for his entire life like Kushina said he did. She wrapped an arm around his neck and kissed him deeply. Now shush, I want to pay more attention to this match. Naruto, meanwhile, blocked a Yuken strike from Toshiro, sending him crashing into the ground. Say, I have a question, Toshi. Naruto said. How many times do I have to say that my name is Toshiro, not Toshi? Toshiro thundered, making a trip attack. Or trying to anyway. Naruto heard the rustling of his baggy white pants and predicted the attack. And what's your question? Naruto smirked, glad to know that he was hitting a nerve. How did you escape the caged bird seal? Naruto inquired, throwing a chakra-enhanced punch his way, which Toshiro dodged. It barely skimmed his cheek, giving him a light scratch, sending a faint trickle of blood down his cheek. I know for a fact that all branch family members have that seal, which the main family can easily K with. Toshiro laughed. Let's just say that I had a friend in the main family who couldn't remove it, but made it ineffective. They couldn't stop me as I left. He laughed, pulling out a kunai and slashing. Naruto dodged it easily. I see you at least take your fights seriously. That works in your favor. But only when you beat me will I admit that you are a good consort for Lady Hinata. Then about I take this to the next level? Naruto asked, grinning ferally. Shall I show you a jutsu my father passed on to someone to his student, who in turn taught me? Toshiro grinned and made a, bring it on, kinda gesture. Hey, Hiriko, you might want to be ready to do some healing. Toshiro advised. I'm also going to use my strongest jutsu. The orang-haired medic nodded sagely and got up ready to rush in to do some healing should there be that need. Another ninja present also did likewise, this one having black hair and blue eyes. Ready, Naruto? Toshiro asked, a ball of pure fire forming in his right hand, slowly growing in size. Bring it on, Toshi. Naruto swore. I can deal with anything you can bring. We'll see. Toshiro promised as Naruto quickly made a Rasengan in his right hand. Both were grinning wildly as they ran towards each other, right hands extended in front of them. Both roared as they came into contact with each other, chakra and fire exploding on contact. A huge cloud of smoke and fire encased the area and everyone coughed to clear their lungs. Those two both clearly have a warrior's spirit. A 7-foot-tall man said. The man had flaming red hair and blue eyes, plus a huge set of muscles. A huge sword was strapped onto his back. The smoke cleared and they saw the result of the battle. Toshiro had flown backward, hitting a tree, cracking the tree in half. He was currently unconscious, his body hanging over a thick tree branch, which was smoldering. Hiriko ran to Toshiro and began to treat his injuries. Kamara, tend to Naruto. She ordered. The black-haired ninja ran to where Naruto was. He was laying 20 feet away from Toshiro, on his side, scorch marks on his clothes and body. Blood sped from a wound on his arm and forehead. It looked as if he had taken the complete blow of Tushiro's attack. Tushiro seemed to have taken all of Naruto's attack. Naruto, however, got up before Kamara reached him. Staggering to his feet shakily, he spoke. Is that enough for Ya? He asked, dazed. If it's for Hinata, I'll do what I need to. Tushiro stirred as he woke up and he sat up dizzily. Hiriko helped him up. I admit defeat, Tushiro confessed, allowing Hiriko to help up stand up. I will gladly serve you and Lady Hinata. Naruto fell back onto the ground with a curse. Ow, he said simply. Kamara was silent as she treated Naruto's injuries. Thank you. What's your name? I couldn't hear it earlier. The medical ninja scratched a word into the dirt next to them. Kamara, he asked. The girl nodded with a small smile. The tall man with the huge sword walked over. My name is Raita, he said as Kamara finished healing him. Kamara here is my little sister. But she's also mute. But that doesn't hinder her natural talent. We've all gotten pretty good at understanding her though. He ruffled Kamara's hair, producing a wide smile from the mute girl. No, it doesn't, Naruto agreed. From now on, I'll try to understand you, Kamara. Naruto promised. It'll take some time I think, but I will at least try. Can you be patient with a knucklehead like me? He asked jokingly. Kamara's sky blue eyes lit up excitedly at this. She swooped down on him with a hug. She likes you, Raita said. Not many people can see past her muteness and see her as a person. I like you too, kid. I'll help you with your village. And it seems that Kamara is in too. He offered the blonde a hand up. Do you still want us? He asked as he helped Naruto heave himself to his feet. Of course. Naruto agreed. Our original desire was, and still is, to form a place where everyone can be accepted as they are. Danston and Hiriko came over, followed by Hinata, Kitsune, Kakashi and Kushina. I'm Danston, the blonde said. And Hiriko and I will also join you. If you can get Kamara to like you so fast, you must be someone special. Naruto blushed. Ah, a shy one. Danston laughed as Naruto blushed even harder now. In total, Kushina had gathered 10 people. The other 5 came up and introduced themselves, saying they liked what he wanted to do and pledged their support in his dream. Yukazaki, Ayano, Omamori, Akaragu, and Lisha joined their cause as well. Tushiro, Raita, Kamira, Danston, and Hiriko. Naruto's group only stayed in Choiraku for a few more days, long enough for everyone to finish all of their business here and to say goodbye. Naruto paid careful attention to how his new allies worked together, something he would have to consider for the new village. Kamara, of all the group, intrigued him the most. She was like a little sister to all of the group. She appeared to be closest to Hiriko, whom she apparently thought of as her big sister. Hiriko was only a few years older than Kamara. She was also extremely close to Raita, whom she thought of a father. Raita was several years older Kamara. Raita liked to carry Kamara on his shoulders a lot, much like a father would, especially when Kamara was tired. And while all of the group clearly doted on the mute young medical nin, she was not spoiled. Kamara, Raita, Hiriko, and Naruto's group also sat down and explained some of the ways that Kamara communicated with them. She had specific signs for things like hunger, exhaustion, help, and just plain wanting to hang out with her friends. Naruto did his best to memorize all of this, still knowing that despite his memorizing the stuff, it would still take a while for them to become proficient in communicating with each other. But Kamara knows that and understands. Danston said when Naruto pointed this out. We all know, and especially Kamara knows, that you're at least willing to try and give it a chance. Not many people are willing to do that. How old is she? Naruto asked. Danston laughed. Take a guess, he said. I'd say 15, after observing many people and making an educated guess. He answered. How close am I? Danston smiled. 16, not 15. Which makes Hiriko, who is only 4 years older than her, 20. Aren't you only 17? As is Hinata. Naruto replied. If it's for her, I'd do anything. She actually saved me life, which was when I realized my feelings for her. See, I can be a bit dense on some subjects. And love is one of them. He grinned. But despite all of that, she never gave up on me. She too wanted to leave, mainly to get away from her clan. I'm surprised no one has tried to bring her back yet. She not only left the clan without permission, But she was also the heir to the clan. Toshiro won't let anyone bring her back to the clan. Raita said. I was just talking to him. He said neither you nor Hinata would return to Konoha against your will if he could help it. Raita pulled some of his red hair out of the way. He really is devoted to Hinata. Kamara ran up excitedly to Naruto, a red and silver ball of fur in her arms gently. She pointed to the ball of fur and then to Naruto with a questioning look on her face. Naruto recognized the ball of fur as Kitsune. Kit, it's not that I don't mind the attention. But I don't think this girl has ever had an animal in her life. I'm coming back to you. Kit said as she jumped onto Naruto's shoulders. Kamara, this is Kitsune, my familiar. Naruto explained. Kamara had been asking who the fox was for. She's a good and loyal friend to me. Kamara smiled and stroked the back of Kitsune's N. So, you ready to go? We're leaving tomorrow. Kamara nodded eagerly and pointed to her bag, something Kushina had given her. All of her stuff was packed. All she needed was the signal to start on their journey. The next morning, everyone met at the town gates. As one, they turned to face the gate and waved goodbye. Kamara was especially excited to get on the road. She likes to travel and see new things. Raita said. And it's been a long time since she's been able to do so. Well, I'll just have to make sure she gets plenty of opportunities to do just that. Naruto said. Hinata, who was behind everyone talking to Toshiro, smiled. Naruto and Kamara are really bonding. She said happily. I'm glad to see that. Naruto and Kamara have kindred spirits. That's why they can get along so well. In order for true friendship and companionship to be born, there must first be understanding. And they understand each other very well. Toshiro said, also happy to see Kamara actually having a friend near her own age. Everyone in the group, except for Hiriko, was over 30 years old. Arg! Someone yelled from a location near them. Toshiro activated his Byakugan and looked around. This way, Lady Hinata. He said, running towards that location. Hinata and Naruto followed on foot. They came upon a clearing. Toshiro and Hinata froze as Naruto only grew angry. Neji Hyuga, Hiyashi-sama ordered you to return Hinata to the clan. And you will do just that. A woman, obviously from the main family, as she was using the hand sign that only they knew, using it to cause Neji pain by activating the curse seal on his forehead. What do you say? Do you still foolishly want to join her? I won't recant. Neji swore, laying on the ground, his face screwed up in pain. Hinata and Naruto did a good thing by leaving. And he woke me up, pulling me from the destructive path I was on. I will join and help them. They offer the one thing I have always wanted. Lady Hinata, I will get Neji from their hands. Toshiro said, swooping in and knocking the main family Hyugas away from Neji. Neji was pulled away from the battle quickly as Hinata was joined by the others. The enemy Hyugas were forced to discontinue the hand sign that activated the cursed seal. Neji went limp, the amount of pain he had felt too much for his body to take. Toshiro, please protect Neji and yourself. We'll take care of these two. Hinata asked. Toshiro nodded and assumed a defensive posture in front of Neji. Hiriko, Kamira, be ready to heal any injuries. Naruto said, making his ring take the form of a staff. Everyone else, these two stand in our way. Show no mercy. Raita pulled out his sword, danced and assumed a fighting stance. Hinata took the Yukin stance. The rest of the group fell back, waiting to see if they were needed. Even if the two Hyugas were strong, they had 4 people going against them. Lady Hinata, please come with us. One of the enemy Hyuga pleaded. Your father is prepared to help you free yourself from the demon brat's control. Hinata grew angry. He has no control over me. I told him that I wanted to leave and he helped me become free of you guys. You'll pay for implying that Naruto would resort to such cruel methods. You don't know him at all. She yelled, charging in, aiming a well-targeted Yukin strike towards the woman who had insulted Naruto. He and I are one, no one will separate us. She whispered in a dangerously low voice in her ear as the woman collapsed to the ground. Kakashi Sweet dropped at such a fierce show of strength from Hinata. Remind not to tick her off from now on. He said nervously. Good going Hinata. Naruto cheered as he jabbed his own opponent in the gut with his staff. See, you can do it. Naruto brought his staff around and spinged the man as he went to his knees. Danston, who had joined Naruto when the fight had begun, quickly broke the man's zen. He did the same to the one Hinata had just defeated. Hinata felt sick to her stomach but hid the awful sensation. But she, as was everyone else here, was a ninja. Sometimes they had to do things they didn't like. At least bury them properly. She said softly. One of the others with her, one with earth-natured chakra, excavated 2 holes in the ground with her chakra. Raita carried the 2 nin to the holes and they were covered up. Hinata now had moved over to where Neji was being treated by Hiriko and Kamara. How is he? She asked. He'll be fine. Hiriko promised. But he needs rest. I was wondering. Tushiro, do you know how to make his seal useless, like what was done with yours? Tushiro nodded. I'll do it now, he said, removing Neji's forehead protector and making a special hand sign. The seal became faded, still visible, but not nearly as much. When he wakes up, he'll be free. Tushiro explained. Give the boy here, Raita said. I'll carry him until the next town. They set off again down the road, coming to a medium-sized town as the sun set. They booked rooms at a few inns, due to their large number, and settled down for the night. Naruto shared a room with Neji, who still had not woken up. Sweating, he opened a window, letting the cool night, noticing that Neji was sweating as well. Naruto grabbed a cool cloth and wiped away the beads of sweat. What are you doing? Neji demanded as his eyes opened and he shot up into a sitting position. Naruto dropped the cloth on the bed. Wait, Naruto, he asked, confused, releasing Naruto's wrists. Something feels different. Where am I? And how did I get here? One question at a time. Naruto cautioned. We heard you say that you wanted to join us. As for what I was doing, it was hot and you were sweating. I wiped away the sweat. As for where we are, we've stopped for the night and will start again in the morning. Raita carried you here, as you passed out from the pain. Naruto reached for a small hand mirror. Look at your curse seal. He ordered. What? Neji trailed off, as he saw how the mark had changed. What does this mean? Our friend Tushiro knows how to make that curse seal ineffective. You still have it, but it can no longer be used against you. Simply put, you're free. Naruto answered. So, do you want to come with us and make a new village with us? Naruto asked with a smile. I would like that, Neji replied. But there is something you should know. He said gravely. Hiashi threatened to use the curse seal against me if I didn't infiltrate your group and take care of you. But I won't do that now, since they have no power over me anymore. Now that you know that, will you still let me join you? Naruto extended a hand out. Let me tell you the name of the village we are making. Naruto told him. Or, the name I would like it to have. Shinsei no Sato, Village of Rebirth. If you want to come, you'd be welcome to join us. Neji shook Naruto's hand. Then he found his forehead protector, which had been placed within arm's reach of Neji's hand, and dropped it onto the floor. I want to, he said happily, stomping on the forehead protector. Consider me your newest follower. Neji woke up the next morning feeling better than he ever had in his life. Oh yeah, my seal has been made useless. I'm free. Neji remembered. And he gladly admitted that he liked this feeling. No one back with the clan had any idea that he had just deserted his clan. But I have apologized to Hinata and thanked the one who made my seal useless. Tushiro, wasn't it? Someone knocked on the door and Neji answered it. It was a man with black hair and pale eyes. Hyuga eyes. He wore wide baggy pants and an open half jacket. Kinda like Grimjo's from Bleach. Someone actually already compared him to Bleach characters in a review. BTW, this is a better description of Tushiro. The man also had a bandana covering the top of his head. Ah, you're awake, the man said, stepping into the room. My name is Tushiro, formerly of the Branch family, as I'm told you are now. Naruto-sama has informed us that you have joined us. Welcome to the group. You are the one who freed me from the cursed seal. Neji asked. That would be me. We're having breakfast downstairs. Lady Hinata has asked me to check on you, and to also ask you to join us. Shall we go? Neji nodded and followed Tushiro out of the room and down a set of stairs. Thank you, Neji said, for freeing me from that family. I feel free now, something I think you may understand. Neji smiled. I do. And you're welcome. It feels nice, doesn't it? Neji nodded warmly, feeling very happy. How did you get along with Lady Hinata and Naruto-sama before they left? They speak of you quite fondly. I respected Naruto as a comrade before. Now I respect him even more, for doing something that I never had the courage to do. He broke away from it all. As for Hinata, we didn't get along that well. I'm going to give her an apology. But I don't understand why they speak so nicely of me. After all, I nearly killed Hinata in the Chunin exams. And Naruto always didn't like the Hyuga clan, especially before Naruto went on his 2.5-year training TS. Naruto-sama could tell that you had changed. Toshiro said. He played the part of a dunce in Konoha to fool everyone. Now that he's left, he's let his true self show. He really is a genius. Naruto played the part of a dunce. Neji asked, shocked, as they finished going down the stairs. He remembered their fight in the Chunin exams, the clever trick he had played by emerging from the ground and socking the daylights out of Neji. He had always thought it just dumb luck. But had the fight been cleverly planned the whole time? Toshiro grinned as Neji realized this. We're here, Toshiro said, emerging into a large dining room. Everybody looked up as they entered. Naruto grinned from his seat, a young girl sitting next to him. Curiosity filled the girl's eyes and she waved to Neji eagerly. Neji waved back, and next to the girl sat a huge man. Standing, he would have been 7 feet tall. Flame-colored hair, blue eyes, huge muscles. Hinata sat on the other side of Naruto. Neji, Naruto said energetically. Sit down and I'll introduce everyone. Neji sat down and one of the inn's employees brought his some breakfast. You already know Kakashi and Hinata. But this is my mom, Kushina. He said, pointing a woman who looked nothing like him on the other across the table. Nothing except for the blue eyes. And the rest of these guys are some of my mom's friends who have agreed to help us form the village. Of course, that makes them my friends now too. He grinned, introducing each one to him by name now. It's nice to meet you all. Neji said. Lady Hinata, Naruto, thank you for allowing me to join you. Please, just Hinata will do. Toshiro won't stop using lady in my name, but I would like it if you just called me Hinata. Hinata said. Can I work into it? It's going to take a little while to get used to that. Neji said sheepishly. Yeah, Neji is a bit OOC. I'll explain that shortly. It looks like Toshi freed you from more than just the seal on your forehead. Naruto commented. I don't recall ever seeing Neji like this. What about you, Hinata? Hinata shook her head no. So, what's brought about this change? We knew that you have had a change of heart, but we didn't expect it to change you this much. Allow me to explain. Toshiro asked. The caged bird seal, while giving the main family power over those who have it on their foreheads, also suppresses the mind. Not only do they have the fear that someone will activate it, causing a slight case of depression a lot of times, it causes the mind to work differently. Over time, Neji would have ended up as most branch members, stiff and robotic, so to say, in nature. Now that its power no longer works, the brain is starting to work as it naturally should, releasing his mind from the barriers that it put up. The barriers are meant to drain away, just enough to affect us, personality and feelings, as well as prevent traitorous thoughts from popping up. Hinata shuddered. I had no idea, she said. As heir, I should have known this. Her head dropped, clearly depressed again. Hiashi never saw you as an heir. Naruto told her gently. So he never bothered to tell you this. Now cheer up, please. He begged. I've gotten so used to seeing the happy you. Seeing you depressed again bothers me. After a few seconds of this, she still didn't cheer up. Sighing, he suddenly kissed her, making Neji's jaw drop. Now, see here, we're no longer of that place. Be free to be yourself, don't let that bastard have power over you any longer. Hinata smiled as she was released from the kiss, which had been short but passionate. You're right, she said sillily. Oh, by the way Neji, Naruto and I are dating. She added, seeing his expression. I'm a completely different person now, as are you. Welcome to our family. Instinctively Neji almost thought something to the effect of that she shouldn't date someone from outside the clan. The most important thing now is that she's happy. Who cares about that clan anymore? Not her, not Toshiro, and not me. Neji reminded himself. Instead, he smiled. I'm happy for you too. He told them, starting to eat his own food now. Hinata and Naruto looked shocked for a second, then turned to each other and smiled, now starting to eat themselves. And to think that she could have been like this all along. Who would have thought? Neji observed his new family, as Hinata had put it. They were obviously a tight-knit group. The other young girl, who sat on Naruto's side other than Hinata, seemed to be either mute or deaf, as she was communicating only by her hands and facial expressions. Mute, Neji realized, as she seemed to hear just fine. But no one seemed to mind this. It'd be nice if we could get some more of our own generation from Konoha here with us. Well, maybe after we form the village, we might be able to convince some of them to join us. He smiled again. What are you thinking about? Someone asked quietly from behind him. Neji turned around and saw Naruto and Hinata there. Come on, don't be shy. They encouraged. Neji looked up at them. Well, I was thinking how it might be nice to get some of our generation from Konoha to join us. Neji replied, pushing his empty plate away from him. You know, the Konoha 12 getting back together. He blushed as he thought of something. Especially, the girl I like from that group. Naruto and Hinata turned to each other smiling. I know she likes me back. But I refuse to let my own wishes take prominence over the orders of Hiashi. That was really stupid of me. We were thinking the same thing. Hinata admitted guiltily. So, who is it? We'll put extra effort into recruiting her. 10-10. Naruto said. Neji blanched at this, confirming his suspicions. Hinata, when we go there to ask them to join us, make sure to really try to convince 10-10. It's only fair that they feel the happiness we do. But I don't think it'll take much coaxing. Especially if Neji does the talking. He wrapped an arm around her waist tenderly. So Neji, you wanna talk to her about coming to join us? Come on, don't be held back. You're free now. Live it up. That would be nice. Neji agreed, mentally celebrating the fact that he no longer had family expectations to hold him back. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.